What's up, fellas? Welcome back to the channel and happy Firewood Friday. We're not outside today because it's pretty nasty out there. We got a nice storm just leaving ice, rain, snow, slush all over everything. So we're in fact inside with a chainsaw and it's electric. What the heck is going on? Stick around and you'll find out. We got the brushless Dewalt 60-volt electric chainsaw. She's definitely seen better days. I was helping a buddy out on a lot, clearing a little bit of brushy stuff, 1 inch, 2 inch scrubby trees, and set my bright yellow chainsaw down. The guy in the excavator ran it over. So the battery still comes in and out. It still runs fine. I tried it right afterwards. It's got a little character to it. The handle, go little loose, little canted, and this is the problem though. This is unacceptable. That's not supposed to happen. So I started breaking it apart, blowing out all the sawdust, and realized I'm going to be buying some parts. So figured I'd document it. This thing breaks down pretty easily. All plastic, but metal on the inside. This comes off very much like any other chainsaw, but here's the issue. Okay, that, not supposed to see yellow in there. That is what holds the bar in place. You got a piece of metal there, plastic obviously, not going to hold up as well. So I am missing a chunk right here. This one's pretty warped. You can see where my blade's been eating at the plastic here. That's not good. And I'm hoping I'm not going to have to replace this whole casing. I did go online and check out Dewalt. Dewalt has every piece of this for sale and labeled by number. So you can grab anything you want from their website and they'll mail it right to your house. So I already went ahead and ordered this because I popped this off, saw that. I'm just hoping there's not any more damage in here. So I'm gonna pop this off and we'll see. All right, let's see. Still a little dirty in there. Nothing looks cracked. Let me take this out, get the compressor going, get this cleaned up, bring her back in. Stand by. All right, here she is all cleaned up, and upon further inspection, we do have a small crack in this outer casing. It's where the handle attaches to the casing, one of the 3 screws. I was really hoping that I didn't have to replace this casing because it's a couple bucks, but I mean it's 40 or 50 bucks I think on the website. However, you got to replace every component, take everything apart, put it back together, which I was hoping to avoid. I think I'm going to run it. I think I'm going to try and clean this up with some glue or something. I mean, I've got 2 other screws in there. See how it handles after I replace this, and if I have to come back and replace the whole casing, I will. Again, this is the piece we're talking about here. Try and get some glue on it. I'm afraid if I back this screw out, I might completely break it. So I'm going to leave the screw in, slap some super glue on there, and hope for the best. Hope she holds. Got 2 other screws. Hopefully we'll be fine. Nothing a little Gorilla super glue can't fix. If things get real crazy, we'll have to pull out the duct tape. I'm joking, I hope. Alright, I'm going to get this on here. I don't know if I'm going to be able to capture it. Ooh, don't want to lose the tensioner. get this on here. Hopefully you can see it. Now that's not going to help the handle from being canted as it is. As you can see, there's a little bit of bend to it. But what I am hoping it does is stop it from breaking any further. So I'm going to load it up, let it sit, and hope for the best. In the meantime, this piece absolutely needs to be replaced. Missing one of the nodules there. Bar is just not safe wobbling around like that. Chain could come off, whip back you, hit your hand, something. So this was cheap. I bought this for like 10 bucks. I'm gonna have to pull this piece out to reuse it because that is the bar tensioner. This will spin this gear here, pushing this pin out, tightening the chain on your bar. Alright, so we've got to get this piece out. I've been staring at it, thinking for the last 5 minutes or so how I'm going to do this. I'm not sure who the engineer was that created this, but they are an evil genius. I cannot get this thing out. There's little lips here. You need to pull these back in order for it to fall through this small tube here. But you got to do all of them at one time. I don't have a tool where I can grab the entirety of that outer ring and compress it. Tried rocking the joints with every flathead screwdriver that I own, but if you don't have all of them in all the way, it just won't come out. So I don't need this piece. It's garbage. I'm just gonna go cut it with some tin snips. Open this up. There you go. Pops right out once you got it. A little bit of that tension off. Man, it's even hard to get back on. Ridiculous. Out with the old, in with the new. This is what the piece is supposed to look like. That was completely gone. Tore that right off. Oh, before we get that on, let's get this going. Need that. Alright, make sure it works. She's spinning. Now, I'm hoping this lines up because the frame is had a little bit of weight on it with the excavator and all. Seems to be fitting well. The screws will take that little play out of it. Maybe. Seems like a large gap. Let's figure that out. Oh, I guess that's just design there. Let the wood chips, excess bar oil out of there. Alright. Thing looks like it's gonna go. See this little piece back in there? Should be. Let's see, ish. I think it's gonna be. Alright. Alright, that's right in there. Alright, drill was probably blocking your view the entire time, but that looks much better. All right, let's see if we can't get this bar back on. Check the play. Hopefully there's none. There's no when I bought it. She's on. How's this going to line up? So now the saw has a little more character than when I first got it. I got this brand new. Some guy on Facebook Marketplace was selling it, 200 bucks. Oh, we need to tighten that. There we go. Chain could use a little more tightening, but let's see. No more wiggle. All right, well, I'll just have to deal with the crooked handle. She lives. I did just swap the bar around, sharpen the chain. I always just rotate the bar for wear and tear. I don't use the saw this much. I normally run a Stihl 311, none of that Husky crap. But I do bring this as a backup. I found some guy selling one of these for $200 on Craigslist, and he gave me this 9 amp hour battery with it. I mean, this thing retails for over $200, so I kind of had to try it out, and I'm absolutely sold on it. I mean, for the right application, I wouldn't be bucking logs, I wouldn't be felling big trees with this, but it does have its place in the toolbox. I bring it for limbing trees and two as a backup in case, I don't care how good you are. Every once in a while, you're gonna get pinched in something big that you can't just pick up and pull your bar out. So I bring this just in case I need to cut it out. And with this 9 amp hour battery, you can run this thing, I'm talking run time, 25-30 minutes, full bore, instant power. It's right there as soon as you pull the trigger. Honestly, this thing's kicked back to me a couple times and the torque has surprised me. Sometimes I think even a little bit more torquey than my gas saw, but it's probably just because it doesn't need to rev up. And also the electric handbrake is awesome. As soon as you're off the trigger, this chain stops spinning. So if you're in a precarious situation, I don't suggest you cut anything overhead, but if you're doing something crazy, you don't want that chain spinning. This is your saw. But I will break it out tomorrow when the weather's a little bit better and just make sure she runs, cuts. Now that the Dewalt's fixed up, I figured I'd give you a demo of what exactly it can and cannot do. So I've got a couple of downed ash logs that have been sitting here for a few weeks. These are just blowovers, and then one here that I did cut down 2 weeks ago as well. So I figured I'd show you what it's like to buck with this. These are probably, that one's a little bit bigger, maybe 10 inches, and these are probably 7 or 8 inches in diameter. So this is the size of log that I'd be using a saw like this on, as well as limbing the treetops. So I just want to give you a demo of exactly what it'd be like to use this saw. So let me get my gloves on and get started. Best part about this saw is you don't have to wear ear pro. Bonus. I'm also not going to wear chaps, however, you should. And I'll show you why. All right, well, as you can see, it can be done. Is it the fastest? No, but yes, it can be done. And for little things like this, sometimes it's annoying to fire up the big saw, put the air on, make a whole big deal out of it. So sometimes I just grab this on the little stuff. I'm absolutely not going to do the second log with this because it's just so much easier with the gas job. So I'll take a break, swap over to the other saw, give you a comparison, apples to apples, how long it takes. These logs are about the same size, same length, so we'll just show you how much faster it is with the saw. So as you can see, quite a bit faster. As they say, there's no replacement for displacement. Not getting a Tesla or any electric car anytime soon. However, I still will keep running that Dewalt. I'll get you guys over here. We'll limb the top of this, buck it up, see how far that gets us. Get out of here. So getting this stuff into manageable sizes, it's pretty easy. This thing's light. It's not running. You have to worry about the chain spinning while you're going cut to cut. It automatically stops as soon as you let off electronically. This is what I really actually use the saw for. See, as soon as you get into the bigger stuff, it doesn't really make sense.
right, that's going to do it for today. If you like this kind of B-list, low-budget video, please give me a follow. I promise I'll try and make them better. I can't promise they will be better, but I'll try. Thanks. That helps quite a bit just to get that. Ranger, shut up.